So I'll do a count to lead it in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Astronaut helmets or whatever. There's some people that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound.
Do it again.
Now, the instrument is very well balanced. The other instrument that I have is one that I played, I think, more than I have any other. Now, the instrument is very well balanced. It's a custom-made ovation. If I were you, I wouldn't take a prejudice to guitars that have plastic backs. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. It drifts away from the norm. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. Tighter sound.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, the instrument is very well balanced. Some people that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound. Feel free to experiment around with it. A couple of things I should mention now is that, first off, neither the rhythm through there nor the improvising part over the rhythm were what I would consider the ideal, but I think you get the point nonetheless.
Yo, everyone is in chat today. How are y'all doing? Russell, Giovanni, Gantz, Mason, Kirby, Scott, Cole. There's so many people hanging out today. Hangover, of course, your fave. Blake. Escalus. I realize that I've never said your name out loud. But thanks for hanging out. Dale, too. Oh my God, so many people here today. Teak Porter is here. If you guys don't know Teak, Teak is a remarkable yo-yoer as well. Or a thrower, as they say in the community. I also have some yo-yo skills. I never get a chance to demo them. I gotta take my rings off. Teak is much better than me, but hopefully I don't make a fool of myself. Who's that? What's that say? Biff tells it like this. Thanks for the super chat, man. Happy New Year, you sexy beast. You said sexy beast while I was yo-yoing too, which is like the least sexy thing I could do. But thanks, man. Hey, what's up, AZ? I'm repping my yo-yo skills to make Teak Porter proud. I don't know how I'm doing, man. This is the only combo I remember, and I can't even nail it twice, man. Oh, yo. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in 12 seconds. Yeah, all right, cool. We got like Rubik's Cube skills, a lot of guitar skills amongst all of us, and then like a couple guys with yo-yo skills. That's super cool. Hey, what's up, Vicky? Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. This is already like a stream that's just popping off. Teak, do you do any kendama? If you guys aren't in the know, kendama is like it's a ball and cup toy, but it also has a hole and a spike, right? But it's got similar like I don't even know what you call them. It's got like string tricks as well, so you can do like these hand rolls. You can catch it in the cups. If you got skill, you can spike it too. Kendamas were like way cooler than yo-yoers, or yo-yos a couple years ago. I feel like everyone was doing that and not yo-yoing. Man, this makes me want to yo-yo. Jim Pankey is a great yo-yo. Wait, Jim yo-yos too? I didn't know that. Yeah, people who are just joining the stream thinks this is a yo-yo stream. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, this is once again the reason why we're doing this is because of Teak. You should look up Teak because he's a much better yo-yoer than me. Yeah, they make other ones. Yeah, I'll show you guys. So they make like jumbos too. This is the one I was just playing with, and this is the jumbo. I used to work at a toy store, so I used to like demo these and sell these a lot. But they're fun toys. No good anymore though, unfortunately. There we go. And then there's like, I think they call this one the pill, and it's just a hole in spike. Well, you know, what can you do? Let's just talk about toys today. Exactly. Did I finish the translate piece I started last week? I did not. That one, we still have to get that one done. I feel like I'm stepping into a weird alternate reality where Marcel's lessons are yo-yo. You could be. What's harder, kendama roll or banjo roll? It's a good question. Actually, I think the hand rolls are pretty easy, man. That's not the most difficult thing to do in the world. You gotta hit the spike at the end, which I did not do. There we go. It's important that you shake it afterwards. Would you ever consider transcribing Tony Rice's recorded version of Shenandoah? You know, I've talked about this in an interview or two, and I think that's one that I'll probably never do. I wrote down like the first 12 bars of it one time, and I don't think I'll ever actually do that one. I think I'd rather leave that a mystery. You know, thanks for that one, Tony. Love your channel, by the way. Thanks, man. Sorry I don't have Shenandoah. I do a little bit of kendama, not a whole lot though. I kind of started learning guitar and forgot about my kendama for a while. Yeah, I hear you. That's probably for the best, man. Guitar, weirdly enough, I think guitar has more marketable skills than these things, than skill toys. I will tell you that one time at a toy show, I did some yo-yoing for a company called Yomega. And they gave me some free yo-yos. Actually, I think this Star Wars yo-yo is actually one that they gave me for free at that show. It's got the little Rebel insignia in it. It seems like forever ago that someone would be like, hey, Marcel, here's money for you to sponsor, or for you to you rep our yo-yo company. But that did happen at one time. Break out the hacky sack. I'm not very good at hacky sack. That is one thing I'm afraid I can't do. Biff tells it like it is. I feel like I just saw your username. Oh, you just super chatted. See, I forget so quick, man. Thanks again for the Happy New Year, man. I appreciate that. He is multi-talented, don't you know? Yeah, the kendama and the yo-yo skills, they stop pretty quickly. We've pretty much demoed everything I have on those. The the guitar skills are probably run a little deeper. Would love to take a look at Old Home Place in honor of the late J.D. Crowe and Tony. We've written that one before, but maybe we could do another one from that album. How about Tony solo on Cedar Hill or Tipsy Gypsy? Mickey always picking the toughies. Yeah, Mason, you got to give me a Rubik's Cube lesson, because I don't think I can do that on my own. My record is 19 seconds. Only twice have you gotten sub 20. What is... Since when do we have speed cubers here in the chat, man? I mean, I'm intrigued now. Let's all talk about our favorite algorithms that we use when solving. Does Elixir make a long-lasting yo-yo string? Right now, as you may notice, I'm using a... Oh, man, Teak. Tell me what this brand is that makes the lime green string. It's a Yo-Yo Factory? These are Yo-Yo Factory strings. I've forgotten. Once again, I think those were a gift, if I remember correctly. Thanks, Yo-Yo Factory. Shout out to them for giving me more yo-yo string than I could use in the last 15 years. I've got a friend who can solve a 2x2 in 4 seconds. Jeez. My Rubik's Cube record is 7.76 seconds. I average 12 to 15 though. Mason, wait, what's the world record? Mason, are you telling the truth? What's the world record? It's 3.47 seconds? Whoa. That's remarkable. That's really good, Mason. Marcel, you should check out Tony Rice and Mark O'Connor's liver version, probably live version, of I Wonder Where You Are Tonight. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. We're all nerds. Accurate. Mickey can juggle. Mickey's joined the club now. If you have a stupid skill, come here. Everyone's got an average under Rubik's Cube. I've solved a Rubik's Cube twice in my life. Dale has no marketable skills. That's all right. We love you anyway, Dale. I love how you guys just know it's 347 on the world record. I just peel the stickers off. Now that is a classic move, Clint. Definitely did that a time or two in my youth. All right. What are we transcribing today, boys? Kind of want to push this up. I didn't point this out. I should have, but we are joined by special guest Sushi Cat today. That's Sushi Cat on the couch. Wonder if we can get a spotlight on Sushi Cat real quick. There we go. Take a look at Sush. That guy knows how to party. Sush. Nothing. No acknowledgement. That's cool. Can we dial in our lighting for a second time today? Perhaps. That looks all right. Whispers of the North, Tony Rice. Lots of good suggestions today, too. Loco Joe, I've written code for a robot that solves 3x3 Rubik's Cubes, but never actually solved one myself. I'm impressed with all of you. Would you write the code in? House of the Rising Sun, Billy Strings, Lil Sadie, Doc Watson. Ooh, any old time, Julian Lage and Chris Eldridge. Ryan is like really pushing my buttons there. Yeah, that's true. We could transcribe a speed cube world record. I know you guys have a notation. I don't remember how it works, but at one point I do remember watching a video on that. Sushi Cat cannot run the stream because he does nothing. He's a lazy jerk. All right, moving on. Let's look at some of these suggestions again. I want to hear what the any old time break is. I don't remember how the any old time break works on the Julian Lage and Chris Eldridge, but I love that break. So let's look. Set at 137.
Your time, you wanna come back home.
It's a great break. That's a wonderful break. It sounds like Julian Lage. Man, I feel like that's the one I want to do. It's such a weird break. We're gonna spend half the stream on it, but I love that break. Guys, don't stop talking about Cuban. You guys, you keep that conversation going. If anyone wants to talk about Cuba, I also approve of that. Will we ever do Billy's second summertime break? Dale, you just keep holding out for a hero, and one day we'll do it. But today, I think I've made the choice, and I want to say that it is. Let me type it in. Any old time. We're gonna write Critter and Julian Lage. There we go. We should do an interview with Critter. Really like to have him on the channel. Critter, if you're watching, come do an interview. All right, let's take a listen to this thing again. Wonder what key they're in. How about Richard Bennett, Last Train for Port Valley? Lots of good suggestions. Please hold on to your suggestions, and maybe when we finish this one, we'll get to another one. We can only do one at a time. I wish I could do more than one at a time. I don't think I can though. All right, let's find.
Days are through, you'll find me here, just like the day you left me alone. Oh, any old time, you wanna come back home.
Yeah, cool. So if it's Julian, I imagine he's not using a capo. Just sounds like some kind of bebop scale, maybe like that flat 6 thing.
You wanna come back home.
Maybe not.
You wanna come back home. You wanna come back home.
crazy.
You wanna come back.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let's write it. Rest. Da 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 do. And then, what are these? Are these like big, like quarter note triplets or something? Probably not. Do da do da da da.
You wanna come back.
Let's see, we got 5. I think he gets all the way to 7. So if he did put this note in here, I don't think he does the first time, but if he did, it still doesn't count out. What's going on over here? You all messing with octagon cubes? Too many moving pieces. Tony Rice could solve the Rubik's Cube in a minute, according to Billy Wolf. Really? I didn't know that. It's crazy. Favoritism. You guys, you guys finally recognizing the Lessons with Marcel conspiracy theory. Maybe realizing that I only transcribe things that I really wanted to. One day we will get to all the suggestions and everyone will be happy. Let's see. Why isn't this working out? This is like a weird phrase.
You wanna come back.
So let's write out the next one because I feel like they overlap over the bar line. So maybe if I start writing out the next one, I'll see how this works. Because I know that this one starts like this. So this one potentially could go over the bar line. And this one technically doesn't have this note in it. Marcel, how long before you tab all of Bluegrass? I'm trying to get it done today, but we're going a little slow. Hey, what's up, Joe? Tennessee Stud. Are you asking for the Billy Strings Tennessee Stud? That one's already on the website if you are. So go check it out. What happens if we write it like that? Maybe that's the best option. And then we'll tie it over like this. And then this next one would start right here. This rhythm is not correct. But no one hate me, because it's a funky piece for sure. This one starts on 3. Something like that.
You wanna come back.
I don't even think it fits squarely on the beat, which means that all of this is for naught in a way.
Come back.
Yeah, it sounds like this last one is actually starting on the beat, which is annoying. So we're going on 13. Let's drop the guitar pick. 13, 14, 15. Dare he go up that high? Let's grab a new pick. Yeah, wild, wild, cool line. How can I make this work? What do I gotta do to make it work? Why is it gotta be so hard to count? You know what I'm saying? There we go. Okay, what's this one need? So that's already a measure. Man, these are funky. Is this in 3/4? It's not in 3/4. There's just a initial groove is super weird. It's a lot of off the beat. I'm trying to write it with quarter note triplets, and I'm thinking that that's not the solution. But you know, there you go. It's funny because you can hear the groove. Right? But I feel like something's missing. Like I gotta fix the timing or something for this to be right.
You wanna come back home. Wanna come back home.
Almost like this, like every single one of these, you know, is like something crazy, some like, you know, dotted eighth rhythm where it's coming in off the beat on 16ths. You know, like coming off the beat in a 16th subdivision, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you could take some of this and make it make sense by like fitting some of these in triplet forms, but I don't think that's the way to do it. Right, because this one ends up on the beat, so it's like he pushed it one beat further than it should go, and that's why he gets this one on the beat, and this one has to start on beat too. That makes the most sense to me. That's the solution. Because they're not exactly the same, and that's how they're different.
Back home.
That's it.
You wanna come back home.
Wow.
You wanna come
Ah.
back home.
Right, so this happens almost like over the bar line. What's the best way I can write this? So if we feel this, we feel 16 on this beat, It's not exactly on that beat, but he definitely hit 17 on beat 2 of this measure. Wild. Well, absolutely insane. But that makes that time not work out. I don't like that solution. This is a very rough way to write this time. There's a better way to write it. I'm just gonna write it like this, and I'm gonna put a note up above, unless I fix it, that just says time approximate, because I don't want to waste all of our time on transcribing Tuesdays to like try to get this groove perfect. It's crazy. It's cool. It's off the beat. We know that beat 2 ends up here, so let's just keep writing from right there, and let's not get even more trapped in the weeds. I know, I love that you guys are talking about Rubik's Cubes. He's so cute. Yeah, let's keep going. Da boo, ba da boo da da. Let's see. Sound like triplets to me. Alright, da da boo da boo ba 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 2 round. Down. Alright, feel that. Right, cool. So this is actually 13th fret that he's bending upwards in the half step. And this actually goes like this. Right, and this is actually 15th fret. Why have I been writing 13 this whole time? Do down, boo down. Hey, you could have had a cubing channel. No reason, you just have to do one. The Lessons with Marcel, speed cubing community. I love it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Ba-do-dum, bam, bam, bam. Cool. Da-do-da. Bum, bum, da-do. Let's add in those bends. We're pushing up the first time. We're coming back down the second time. How would that have worked? Feel like I heard it like that. Right. Okay, so I feel like these are actually bends. So it's a little hard. I feel like an argument could be made, but it sounds a little rickety on that 12th fret there, so I think that's what it is. Yeah, maybe this one is also a double stop too. I'm not sure I heard evidence for that. Yeah. So this definitely is a ghost note. And that sounds like maybe a half step thing. I guess think of them like 16th note triplets. 9, 8, 7. Maybe not quite like a triplet. And then we just feel 7. Over here. Yeah. But all of these are certainly one big pull off. But like this happens on beat 1. Right? And if that happens on beat 1, then all of this has to fit here in some way. How does that work? Oh well, I guess there's still a beat left in this measure, right? So that does fit. Right. Man, such a cool break already. If I can reach on my guitar. Oh, what a beautiful, cool lick. How'd you all start talking about cubes? Okay, cool. This interval pattern, something like that. It sounds like sixth. This has already been so hard to transcribe. I'm saving my work. I actually remembered. That's good. Now, if you guys are interested, especially whoever suggested this, I believe I have Julian Lage's break for Me and Mother Blues transcribed. I don't think it's on the website. I should put it up there. Let's see. How long until Marcel bans Rubik's Cube talk from streams forever? No, it's like you guys are, you guys are just taking care of yourselves. Oh, Marcel, you yo-yo? Yeah, I yo-yoed at the beginning of the stream. Just watch the beginning. Funny. Okay, what is that interval right there? What do we think that is? think it is that though. Is it just a third? I think it is just a third. That's funny. Everyone's sitting at home screaming at their computers. Like, it's just a third, Marcel. Da-dum, bum, bum. And then that last one. I want to say it was like the fifth and the third. Yeah. I think it's that 3, 6. I feel like there was a ghosted note I want to say I heard. So I've written this wrong. All of these should be longer rests. What is going on here? Oh, right. This is always such a pain. Why don't we just write like a little scoop? Right. Big chromatic movement. I wonder if... I want to hear this from earlier again.
You wanna come back home.
These on the wrong string. Yeah, I guess I should write this one. And then this is the last one. I think there's one more that I was missing there for a while. Hi Marcel, Matteo from Italy. Hey man, how you doing? I hope you like speed cubing, man. Because that is like, that's the talk of the town right now. What's our chromatic run here? feel like we have a rest. I want to say that it goes farther. I feel like I almost hear the same note twice. Like he plays fretted 5th fret and then the open A string. Maybe not, man. A lot of times these bluegrass players like fake the chromaticism a little bit, but I don't think Julian is. Right. It's not perfect. Right. I feel like I'm hearing, like at the end at least, I'm hearing this like very clear, like diatonic sound, I want to say. Right. Right. I think that he is doubling in some way. I think this A gets played twice. I think it's true chromaticism. He hits the D note on the beat. Suddenly it's very diatonic. Yeah, right. And he might even just playing this open A twice here. might even just be it. Hey, what's up, Hayes? Hayes, we're working with this remarkably confusing chromatic line. Please tell me what the truth is. And now it sounds like maybe the reason why I think I'm hearing this note twice is because of the walking bass in the background. Like Critter is playing walking bass, and he happens to play this A note. Meanwhile, this is where the A note lines up in Julian's like chromatic line. What a nightmare. In any case, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Let's keep going. Chord shape. What do we think that chord shape is? I want to say that it sounds like a sixth. I'm a little confused about, I guess, maybe what chord it's happening over. This is Julian's break. It's a monster break, man. We're gonna be doing this forever. There's like some kind of scoop that happens. So it's using it to climb the neck. Another slide here. This is I've never seen someone climb the neck quite like that. This is definitely starting out with a bend. Definitely coming back down right away. All right. I can believe that. Let's turn off those pages. Look at it like that, yeah. There we go. I feel like there's an open string in that. Maybe it's that. Who knows? So we're back in this shape. Da do. Brown, brown, down, bum. Going up, we're coming back down. He uses this like a lot where he bends up and then bends back down. I never do that in my playing. Dum, dum, bum, bum. Down, boo, down. Sounds like we're going up and back down. Like this. Down, boo, down. And then it sounded like we were doing that minor to major third. Slide to third. And all of that was maybe like a triplet. It sounds like this is actually that note. Cool. So this is definitely being walked down. And then I feel like I'm hearing some weird notes. Wow, that line, I feel like it's a cliche, like I should know it. I don't know it. If Hayes was here, he could tell me what it was. I don't know, guys. I think we're gonna go with one of my classic, at this point, hard to hear markings. If you know what that line is, hey, write it down and send it to me. I'll put it in the tab. But for right now, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Oh man, this is a hard one. This is one of the hardest ones that I've written in a long time, guys. I know we're just hanging out, we're talking about speed cubing, but This is a marvelous break. Wow. Whatever the ending line is. Wow. Cool break. I gotta put the guitar down so I don't obsess about how the ending works. Oh. Let's save it. Yeah, that's a bop for sure. I love that. Cool. Okay, Mason, we should turn Marcel into a speed cuber. You should. I endorse this message. Is that what the kids call a boomer bend? It may very well be a boomer bend. I've never heard the term, but once again, I may endorse it. It does seem like something my father would do if he could play the guitar. Have you done the break from Molly Tuttle's She'll Change? By the way, Dad, if you're watching, I'm not saying you're a boomer. I believe you're on the cusp. Great job. That one was funky. It was. I would like to show you guys, now that we've lost all viewers by transcribing something totally weird and bizarre, which I'm okay with, by the way. Take me on these bizarre journeys. I'd like to introduce you to this guy. And you may be saying, Marcel, why are you holding half a frog in your hand? And that's a great question. That's a wonderful question. Let me tell you about this half of a frog. So, this guy is apparently, by the way, an endangered species. Not an endangered species, is an invasive species in Australia, in Queensland. Sandy, if you're here, weigh in on how invasive this frog is. Apparently, they do not like this frog. They introduced this frog to take out some kind of local pest, and instead it took over the local ecosystem. Now, I assume because frog legs are some kind of a delicacy that I do not have the frog legs, but the rest of this is a pick pouch, which is the weirdest thing. I mean, of an already weird object, that is certainly one of the weirdest things. You zip them up, you're good to go. You take your toad on the road. Now, you've seen it on my Insta? Oh, I did post a picture of it. Yeah, you're right. I was like, how could you have possibly seen that? Okay, so apparently they sell these on Deering's website. This is like a Deering banjo thing. Maybe all you banjo players already know about this. I didn't know about this. My friend sent this to me. My friend Jack. Thanks, Jack. Sent this to me in the mail with almost no explanation, let's say. Because in the card that he wrote, he said, by the way, if you're not aware of what this gift is, it's a pick pouch. It feels so disgusting. Like, I wish we could pass it around the class because, man, taxidermied frog leather, not an appealing texture at all. Listen to it. Listen to that frog texture ASMR. Wait a second. Let me turn on my mic and my headphones. I want to hear it. Ooh, listen to that. Ugh. Yikes. Man, what a stream this has become. If you want your very own frog pick pouch, let's find this thing. Because I think everyone needs one at this point. If I have to look at it, you guys should have to look at it as well. This is not sponsored by Deering Banjos at all. I wish it was. But you can get your own. That's a real frog. Wow. It's a real frog. It's actually like taxidermied leather. It's gross. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen. Dale, this is how we, this is why you don't make mod, man. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing? Justin. Justin, I love that you just joined. All right. Justin, let me paint a picture. Justin, close your eyes. Imagine a toad, if you will. Imagine that toad has been taxidermied, and it is now just the leather of the toad. And someone has opened it up and added a zipper, so it's a guitar pick pouch. Here's the zipper. And here's the beautiful sounds of the frog leather. Ooh. It is a toad pick pouch, Justin, and it's glorious. I should buy you one, man. Justin, send me an email. If you send me an email, for real, Justin, if you send me an email and you tell me your address, I will buy one of these frog pick pouches and I will send it to you. Sorry, I had to let my cat out of the room. He was meowing. All right, what are we doing now, gang? I feel like I gotta take like the smallest breather before we transcribe again. Start burning my back out, Hunched over here, typing in numbers. Maybe let's stand up. Yeah, who else had something more? And that's all the transcribing I want to do in a day, honestly. That was a toughie. I had to use my brain and everything. All right. Oh, Giovanni. Thanks for the membership. Or perhaps the membership renewal. Either way, thanks for being part of the club. James Williamson. Thanks for being a member. Or renewing your membership. Once again, we very much appreciate it. We always get a bunch in a row right at this moment in the stream. Crazy Angus. Good to have you here, my man. Justin Holland. Wow, that is a mental image. How's she feel? Awful. Terrible. Worst thing I've ever felt with my hands. Highly recommend. Still pushing that Tony Rice Unit IBMA FanFest clip. Oh yeah, that was a cool clip. One where he's wearing the glasses. We talked about that, didn't we? Is that the one? Maybe it was a different one. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's hard to hear, man. That clip's kind of hard to hear. That would be something I'd do off stream if you wanted me to do that. Some of these are just tough on the stream. For some of these where they're hard to hear, I actually do sort of rip the audio and then I run it through some like noise reduction stuff and see if I can get a clearer picture. I normally don't do that on stream just because it's a lot of work. I know that's disappointing, but that's how it goes. Marcel, what are your thoughts on the Martin Modern Deluxe? I know nothing of it. That's a great sound. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sorry. I did not catch that at all. Like the series. I thought you were saying that there was just like a singular guitar called the Modern Deluxe, and I was like, well, what's that? No, that was a dumb thing for me to think. I honestly, I haven't tried these yet. I don't know much. I think it has the same pickup my guitar has. And I do adore that pickup. It tends to sound really good. Maybe it doesn't have the same one mine does. Nah, it doesn't. Never mind. What do you look for when buying a guitar? You know, when I've gotten my most recent guitars, they've kind of like fallen out of the sky into my lap. I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's true. The more modern one that I play that has the like hexagon inlays, it's kind of the fancy looking one. That one I found in a Guitar Center, and it was mislabeled, so it was severely marked down from what it was supposed to be. And this most recent one is a friend's grandfather's. It's kind of like good luck more than anything. But yeah, obviously I'm looking for all the normal things. I'm just looking for a guitar that sounds great and that I can work with, because it's kind of like a partnership. It's not just about the guitar being good. You have to be right for the guitar as well. You know, there's some very unplayable guitars that people can pull great tone out of if they're accustomed to that instrument. I see some great suggestions rolling in. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 seconds, and you guys hit me with all your suggestions, and then I'll pick a suggestion. So give me like 2 seconds, and we'll transcribe again. All right, here we go.
So I'll do a count to lead it in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Astronaut helmets or whatever. There's some people that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound. Now the instrument is very well balanced. The other instrument that I have is one that I've played, I think, more than I have any other. Now, the instrument is very well balanced. It's a custom-made ovation. If I were you, I wouldn't take a prejudice to guitars that have plastic backs. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. It drifts away from the norm. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. Tighter sound.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now the instrument is very well balanced. People that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound. Feel free to experiment around with it. couple of things I should mention now is that, first off, neither the rhythm through there nor the improvising part over the rhythm were what I would consider the ideal, but I think you get the point nonetheless.
So I'll do a count to lead it in.
Whoa, music don't restart. All right, I'm back. We got full water status. We got the cat away from the door. We went to the bathroom. We're ready to party. Okay, what's going on here now? Oh yeah. I see all of these rolling in. I'm just reading. Sorry, I'm just reading. I like this idea of the live version of Wonder Where You Are Tonight. Let's make sure the quality's good. Let's check that. Wait, I have to watch at least 250 J-Perm videos? We should probably start now. Is this, are we back on the cube thing? We're back, okay, we're back on the cube thing. All right, well, if we're gonna do this.
So if you've never solved a cube
We should probably raise the speed. Let's learn how to cube real quick.
before, it may seem impossibly hard. But today I'll be teaching you a method that I used to teach many people who did not believe they'd ever be able to solve the cube.
Man.
And if anything along the way becomes unclear and you need more examples, then you can check the example solve, which I have a link to in the description.
There's like 10% of you that love that I'm watching this, and there's like 90% of you that are like, Marcel, please be serious. Please transcribe my suggestion. Okay, let's check out this Wonder Where You Are. This live. Tony said it was Tony and Mark O'Connor. You must be talking about this one. The breaks at 250. This must be the one. We do that. Next song from the Coalition, Old Leather Frog Sack. Okay, number one, we should get on the fiddle tune competition. And number two, someone should write that fiddle tune. All right, I think I saw Capo second fret. Put my guitar on. Tony Wave vibes. Oh, yes. This is very VHS Tony Wave. Guys, I got some, like... I feel like I got a little bit of, like, not love on the last Tony Lo-Fi video, on the Tony Wave video. I'm not sure we're going to do another one, which is a shame because I've been working on another one. I don't know. If anyone has thoughts or opinions, let me know. Maybe it's just not a main channel thing. Maybe I should just start doing those on the extras channel. Like, I enjoy doing them, but if everyone is like, why is this on your YouTube? Then I will stop doing it. Yeah. Let's make sure you guys can see me transcribe, huh? Let's make sure that we got this thing labeled. Tony Rice. There we go. All right. Ba-da-da-bum. So I guess it was this one that I was coming back to. And then we're climbing up what feels very pentatonic. Something like that, maybe. Doesn't play that note again, I don't think. Try it again. It's not the normal lick that gets played right there. I feel like I'm getting stumped. Oh, okay. They're classy and very unclassy at the same time. I like them. The Tony Lo-Fi is sick. I don't care what's up with the Tony purist stating it. I like hearing you guys' thoughts. Thank you for it. Maybe it's because I'm in the echo chamber. These are the super fans. I appreciate you guys not really not being bothered by them. I think they still may become an extras channel thing. I don't know. I remember I once made that Tony Rice meme where it's Tony playing the same lick over and over again from the same show, and that was another one of those videos that like did well, it got a lot of views, and also received like a lot of hate or people not understanding it, that it was like a jest with love, and you know, it makes me wonder if I should even bother making those things. It's tough. I feel like what I heard was this. So, da-da-bum-bum. I'm not much for electronic music, so I can see where they're coming from. There's no point in people being rude about it, though. That vid was epic. I'm here for the low grass blue fi. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't really listen. Let me say, I don't really listen to to lo-fi stuff at all. I don't really listen to any electronic music either. It all just started with one sample where I was like, oh, someone should do that, which is now the intro music for the live streams. And so every once in a while I feel like I hear another Tony Rice clip and I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, even though this isn't my jam, like, this would be really good if someone interpreted it that way. And so that's how I feel about it. Like, that's the reason I do it. It's not like my passion, like, oh, I have to make this Tony Rice lo-fi. It just like feels interesting to me, and it feels like someone else should be doing it, but no one else is doing it, so I'm gonna do it. what's up? Thanks for subscribing. So I feel like some of this definitely isn't happening so low. Huh. Right, that does feel like it's happening over there. Almost like, oh, that's even worse though. Maybe it is that though. That seems more likely to me. And it gives a reason for this open A string to be played. Like it's a moment to shift. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Let's sit down again. The benefits of working at a transformer. Get to stand up, sit down whenever you want. I agree, I'm not a fan of lo-fi either, but I think it's really interesting to hear Marcel's interpretation of Tony in a different context. Yeah, Cole, Mason, you get it. Like, you don't even have to be into that kind of music. You're just like, oh, weird. Weird way to listen to Tony. Right, so this could also be the same thing. And it would just have to be a slide right there. There's kind of like a fretboard, like geographical issue that I feel like I'm working through. This is a weird line right here. I feel like it's so arpeggio. Like it's such an arpeggio that it almost doesn't feel like a Tony Rice lick. I wonder what the second note actually is right there. There is no. There's no note right there. It's just a ghost. Right. Like that. How well does bluegrass lend to jazz? It's an interesting question. I don't. We've had discussions like this on the channel before. I feel like a bluegrass musician would do better at a jazz jam than a jazz musician would do at a bluegrass jam. There's that. But I think that's because of like the melting pot nature of bluegrass. I think bluegrass tends to accept other genres better. Jazz has, partly because of how academic it's become, I feel like it's become hardened, where with that concrete set, jazz has been kind of, cut up into a bunch of subgenres, but then all of those have also solidified. So it's kind of hard to find like new, unique jazz. There certainly are people that are doing it, and it's awesome, but it's tough. I think the same thing has happened to bluegrass to an extent, but it's still got this melting pot nature because bluegrass isn't very profitable or like a career making on its own. So we have a lot of really talented bluegrass musicians that by their very nature go on to do other things. So like you grow up becoming this great bluegrass musician, and then you end up playing country music. You end up playing in Tyler Childers' band or something. Or you spend all this time working on bluegrass, and then you're a crossover artist, kind of like Alison Krauss. And a lot of the gals in the bluegrass like singing, songwriting scene end up being crossover artists. So I think for that reason, the bluegrass musicians tend to do better, if that answers your question at all. So yes, but maybe not for the reason that you think. The jazz musicians tend to be so entrenched in their own like language and their own like lingo and how their world works. They don't really do well in the bluegrass world because they have to learn new language, and a lot of them aren't very willing to do it. How well does jazz lend to bluegrass? Yeah, like I said, I don't think it does very well. I don't see many jazz musicians that take on bluegrass as a hobby and it sounds authentic. Every once in a while, you find a bluegrass musician that plays jazz as a hobby, and it sounds very authentic, though. And that's kind of the weird thing that we're talking about. Anyway. Don't do uni jazz. Learn the Barry Harris stuff. Uni jazz is like trigonometry for your ears. You always have to explain how it works. I'm not sure if that's true. That might be a little bit extreme, but I see what you're saying, and you're agreeing with me to an extent that because it's become academic, that the only way to like make new jazz is to get as weird with jazz as possible, and I don't think that that's the way forward. That's not the way forward for bluegrass either. I think a lot of bluegrass musicians have avoided that for the best. Anyway, interesting point. A little harsh maybe with the delivery. Great way of explaining that, Marcel. So you're more likely to be a rounded player playing bluegrass than jazz. I think that's very true. A lot of bluegrass musicians end up being pretty well-rounded. In terms of improvisational music too, where bluegrass musicians are pretty good at playing blues, pretty good at playing jazz, pretty good at playing bluegrass. There is this kind of like, hey, bluegrass is all of these things combined, so we have to be good at all the others. In jazz, like I said, they're so sometimes, especially in like an academic situation, they're very entrenched in their own language and their own history, and they don't accept new things, which is weird. That's not true of all jazz musicians either. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm just saying that something about the academic nature of it has made it feel kind of closed off, kind of, solidified. Marcel, have you jumped into a good amount of jazz jams? I can hang on a couple standards. That's about it. I wouldn't consider myself like a great jazz musician, but once again, I could hang at a jazz jam, right? Especially if they were playing tunes I knew. Some of the simple standards I could figure out changes pretty quick, but I wouldn't totally fall on my face. Which I think the opposite at a bluegrass jam. I just don't think is true. Yeah, Mason, honestly, I wouldn't even be flat picking right now if I hadn't sprained my thumb really bad in May. I took a break from banjo because my thumb was messed up. That's no good. My favorite artists that switched genres came from bluegrass backgrounds. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot of times where like I mentioned Tyler Childers, a lot of like A lot of stuff in the background of those records, I think, goes unnoticed. Where, like, you know, there'll be a good guitar break or there'll be a good fiddle break. And it's because the guy that plays guitar and fiddle in Tyler Childers' band is a bluegrass musician. He played a lot of bluegrass when he was younger. That stuff is like is surprising when you learn it, and then you think about it and you're like, oh yeah, of course it's a bluegrass musician. Anyway, it's kind of like a common language that everyone learns and everyone works on, and then when you have to go do something else, like, you can rely on that bluegrass language to get you through it. Jazz has some academic aspects like classical, but has more improvisational aspects like grass. Yeah, I mean, that's one way of saying that, but think about it like this. You know, none of it had to be academic. None of it was academic until we started putting it in the colleges. And when they make it academic, the thing that they are making academic is partially the improvisational concepts, right? You know, we've all heard the, like, you know, to fake jazz thing, you like arpeggio up and scale down, or, you know, whatever it is. That kind of thing is part of the problem. We're applying these cliches to, like, this is what bebop sounds like. Right? And there's these lines. You know, that we associate with the genre, and that's bad. Right? It becomes solidified as soon as you say that you have to do it this way. Which is funny because I do that too in my bluegrass teaching. I'm like, oh, this is how a bluegrass musician would do this. This is like the classic bluegrass way to do it. And in doing so, I'm making it more academic, and I'm like slowly killing bluegrass. But what else are you going to do to teach people? It's tough. It really irks me that Tyler Childers singing Rock Salt and Nails has like 9 million views, and Tony Rice singing it has about 40,000. I'm sure it irks you, man. But also, Tyler Childers was just like a dude living in Asheville, opening for Town Mountain, who is a bluegrass band. You know, singing songs and like getting drunk at parties and hanging out, and he happened to break through the industry. So I can't have that much bad will towards him. Like, it's not like he was, you know, plucked and they were like, all right, you got to get super buff and be manly and like always drink out of a red Solo cup. Like, he isn't one of those guys. He's just a homeboy from Asheville. You know? Like, it's fine if you don't like pop country and stuff, but like hating Tyler Childers is like missing what the problem is, because Tyler Childers, he ain't the problem, man. He's putting your bluegrass musician friends, he's giving them jobs. You know? Like, if you want bluegrass musicians to like eat and be fed, Tyler Childers is the one that's paying them. So Tyler Childers, man, he rocks in my book. He's the guy. You know what I mean? Let's keep transcribing. Oh, I love this. I love this conversation is continuing. Let's just talk. Let's talk for a second here. That leads to a whole other convo on academia versus feel or by ear thing, or being academic and being musical. Yeah, so I don't think being academic is the problem. I think that the problem is that these musicians don't know how to let go and move on. And by nature, bluegrass allows you to move on and try other things and like incorporate other language. That's like what bluegrass is founded on. What's up, Anthony? Thanks for subscribing. But if you are only looking at it from an academic perspective, then yeah, you get entrenched, right? You get weighed down by this knowledge. Diesel, thanks for subscribing. I don't think that academic and by ear is like a dichotomy. I don't think they're against each other. I don't think that it's one and the other, because I am that guy, right? When you watch me analyze things, it's very academic. I'm trying to give you as much of a knowledge base as I can. I'm trying to tell you all the details. But like on these streams, when you hear me perform, I'm the by ear guy, right? I'm not thinking critically about what I'm playing. I'm just giving you something in the moment. So I don't think it's like button heads, hey, you have to be this way or that. I think that you can be both. I don't think that academia like the actual place, don't think that going to university and learning jazz is going to let you be both, though. So maybe that's more your point. You know, they don't encourage that. Let's see. There's an expression my punk friend taught me. No one is born with a mohawk. Discovery has to happen somehow. If someone finds bluegrass through a pop artist, so what? That's also a very good point. I am one of those people, right? I started listening to people like Old Crow Medicine Show and Devil Makes Three, and I can't think of any more, but a handful of these like sort of like gateway artists that lead you to finding real people like Tony Rice. And that was when I was like 18 or 19, 20, something like that. Tyler's from Kentucky, I believe he is, yeah. That guitar player I was talking about, I think his family breeds horses. I started my bluegrass journey by getting John McGann's uncredited solo compilation of 3 early Tony albums. The market has been yearning for the remaining Tony Rice. Okay, are you talking about the tan Tony book? Let's see. This one? This one's actually not written by McGann. I've heard that rumor. This isn't John McGann's work. For one, it's not good enough to be John McGann's work. But it's not. It's not. It's written by another guy. It was then looked over by a banjo player who published it, and they didn't give Tony basically any royalties. In fact, I think they showed up years later with a check for Tony to pay him royalties, and Tony told them to F off. You know, the check was like for $50. I heard that story from Zane Fairchild. He had actual names in his story. I'm not going to say those names, but yeah, it's not McGann. Anyway, I'm sure that sucks. I wish it was. Ear training was totally part of my theory education. They aren't exclusive. Yeah, exactly. The rumor was doing the rounds. Yeah. It's it's kind of a bad story, honestly. The transcription's got some big mistakes. There's some like wrong capo positions. There's some wrong time signatures. There's just some wrong notes. And, you know, admittedly, the guy who transcribed it, he did it, you know, on a record player. You know, he did it back in the day. So he did a pretty good job knowing that. Is it good enough to be published? I mean, I don't want to knock it too much, but if I did work like that, I probably wouldn't publish it. You know, that's just the truth. Anyway, are we ever going to get to the end of this current transcription? That is the question. We got like 10 minutes left in the stream. Can I race through to the end? Let's figure it out. This is kind of like the classic lick. Kind of like that. What thickness pick you like? Me? For a long time I was playing 1.25. Now I'm playing 1.5. In blue chip language, I was playing the TAD 50, now I'm playing the TAD 60. I didn't know how to word that, but yeah, they're not exclusive. And Marcel, you've been a great example of that. Really putting the focus on the mechanics of licks rather than the exact licks. Thanks, Jacob. My gateway was Dave Matthews Band introducing me to Bela Fleck. Takes all kinds. Yeah, right? Everyone finds this weird inroad. And what are those guys doing? Right? Those guys are like, hey, I can already play bluegrass. Bela Fleck's already a great bluegrass musician. And he's like, how do I cross over? Right? He's looking for all of the opportunities that are, you know, that are not bluegrass. He's looking for other ways to like expand his brand, which is, dare I bring it all the way back to bluegrass musicians playing with Tyler Childers. Tyler Childers ain't the problem. He's giving jobs to your favorite bluegrass musicians. That's seriously, that's how you should think about it. Just embrace it, man. It's all music. Cool. Sounds like just a little bit of strumming. Kind of weird to notate, but right. It feels like actually all of these are. It feels like he keeps like pedaling that D note. Being one of those low-key studio guys is a dream of mine. It's a fun job. Well, it's a grueling job, but fun. Tony Rice, Norman, Dan Crary, Doc Watson. Bought 125 pirated tapes and 30 IVHS books from Bangkok. Then quit my medicine practice to catch a Greyhound from New Delhi to ETSU. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. My most horrific bluegrass memory involves taking a horrible mandolin solo partially in the wrong key on stage next to Tony Trischka. Love it. Love it. That's funny. Then Josh Goforth hit me on the head with his banjo. This is like a weird repeater, but I think it's ending with the minor third. I guess that should be tied over. Sounds like he accidentally hits the same string twice. Yeah, something like that. So it feels like a pull-off going back up to this G, and then this version of the G run, which I really enjoy. Cool. I feel like I smell dinner. I want it. Okay, what else we got going here? I would find that I enjoy these bluegrass musicians the most when they are solo jamming out and having fun with the standard. I prefer seeing the bare bones over their fully produced stuff. Yeah, I think that's what happens when you like enjoy the musicianship. You're like in on the game, you understand how it works, you understand how impressive it is. The average listener wants to hear songs, man. You know? Like they want to hear produced stuff. Produced stuff is what sells on the radio. You know? I hope to get there too, Hazard. I like the collaborative aspect in recording, and being a studio guy seems like a lot less stress than a full touring band. I don't know, man. I think it's just a different kind of stress. But of course, I enjoy seeing them blow up with success in albums. Right. I see what you're saying. You're saying like your personal preference is like the jamming thing, and like, isn't that neat to see them just be talented musicians? I agree with that. Like sometimes when I watch stuff, it's for like pure spectacle. I'm like, oh, I just want to watch this guy shred. Other times I'm like, all right, like where's the composition? Like where's the actual song that you put together? All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I lost all my picks in the move. I just got some 1.5 Dunlop prime tone picks. Oh, that's not the end of the world, man. Those prime tones will do you. So I hear this. I wonder if that shines a light on the earlier time we heard that phrase. Yeah, so that's probably a 4 right there. I'll just put it in parentheses. Because he's about to play the same lick. Yeah, I feel like he does the same syncopation twice in a row this time. And there you go. That's the whole break. By the way, that bar, I only wrote it on those 2 strings, but it goes up to the highest string. Something like that. Kind of underwhelmed with the vegans you got. Not a huge fan either. Used to play with a mandolin player that swore by him. I never liked him quite that much. I think he eventually switched to a blue chip too. We kind of got real today. Guys, I feel like we had a good talk. I feel like we had multiple just like good conversation moments. But it may be time for us to call it. I think everyone's feeling the call of dinner. You all have a great evening. As always, the tabs will be on the website. We'll do all the normal stuff. I feel like we're behind on uploading tabs, but we'll make that happen. We'll also take care of all this spam that's coming through. Okay, let's save this real quick. We certainly don't want to lose this. Let's see, Tony Rice. Cool, I wonder where you are tonight. Love it. All right. You all have a wonderful evening. I hope you all have lovely dinners of your own, depending on what time zone you're in. Perhaps even breakfast. Be safe. Check your P.O. box. I will. Thanks for the reminder, Russ. I think I'm going to go tomorrow morning. Is the frog for dinner? I don't think so, man. I think that thing's been scraped clean. I'll see you all later for our next stream. Remember, they're always Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you all next time. See you later, Jacob. See you later, Oliver. See you later, Justin. See you, Russell. See you, Jacob. See you, Type and Hazard. See you all later.
So I'll do a count to lead it in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Astronaut helmets or whatever. There's some people that like a tighter sound. Tighter sound. And the instrument is very well balanced. The other instrument that I have is one that I've played, I think, more than I have any other. The instrument is very well balanced. It's a custom-made ovation. If I were you, I wouldn't take a prejudice to guitars that have plastic backs. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. Tighter sound. It drifts away from the norm. Sounds very much like a dreadnought. Tighter sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the instrument is very well balanced.